Okay. I don't know if you want to take notes or rewatch the VOD, but whatever suits you. I'm gonna just go ahead. First off, it's more than one page. That's a no go. Alright? That's your first big thing. Without going into too much detail, nobody reads the second page. And I've heard that if they even see that you have a second page, they actually lose interest. Because they're like, okay, this person um, didn't even have enough like energy to condense their own content for somebody else's viewing. I won't even bother, is what they would say. Mm. First should be your education. Reduce the size? No. You have to condense like a lot of your stuff. The size should always be 10 PT. Any smaller than that, you can't go. So if I don't know what size this is. Yeah. I don't know what size font this is, but don't go less than 10 cuz then it's illegible. So I would have size 11. Yeah, 10 you can go, 11 for your headings. I went 14, but that's not important. It's good that you have a lot of experience in here, right? But we'll get to the good stuff. But the basics, this is what I think are like these you need to change is first of all, like we said, 2 pages, no go. Your education should be first, and then your employment. I don't know how you want to do the rest, but education should be first. That's all I know. So you have projects, you even have additional experience and skills. Skills, I would put second, maybe. Yeah, I would have skills as second and try and condense it again. And people don't just want to know. I don't have my resume anonymized, but I would show you. Mm. Yeah, you can get rid of all this. No one cares about that. You can get rid of all this. Uh, so this is good. So the way skills works is you should have one line for all your languages, the second line for your technologies, right? But you don't say technologies. It should be clear that okay, this is technologies that were being used. So you have uh, languages, technologies, and then if you want to add something, you can say good communication. Communication is super important. You have to say good communication skills if you do want to add something more than that. But really, all you need is your coding languages, I mean, and what technologies you used. Yeah, because you have Java, JavaScript, TypeScript. This is good, and then you have React, JavaScript, Express, Spring, Fiber. What is all this? Because you already said JavaScript up here. Now you're saying JavaScript again, but a specific type of JavaScript. Web frameworks. Okay. Depending on what you plan on going into, it may or may not be useful. So if you're going into like a front end position, that I can see that as being useful, but I don't know too much about the front end side of things, so I'm not going to comment on it. I'm just going to say that I don't have that. line there. But you can choose to have it or you can choose to remove it. It's completely up to you. I don't really know too much about that. Um, RESTful APIs can Bloomberg Terminal probably swap Bloomberg Terminal with RESTful APIs. I see this in a lot of job descriptions. So this would be good to have. Try and keep everything as like one line. So, okay, you get rid of this, put that up there. That's your technologies line. Good. And then these two can just be replaced with excellent communication skills. So one more time, this is good. This is great. This question mark, I don't know. Remove it or keep it. This is great. Just swap out the Bloomberg terminal with the RESTful APIs, unless you think that Bloomberg terminal is like, because I have all of these. I have Git. Just say Git. You don't need to say GitHub. Just say Git. Visual Studio is good to have on there. MS SQL, like a lot of these things can be condensed, but this is good. And then you can decide what you want to do. But I would definitely suggest having this in that line just to have it condensed. And then excellent communication skills. Boom, done. That's your skills section. You can have it under education if you want, because like, okay, this is what I've studied, this is what I'm good at, and this is what I've done before. Whereas right now it's looking like this is what I've done before, this is how I learned it, and it's really confusing. So okay, let's go to additional experience. Web developer volunteer built a website for the zoo showcasing their animals. Website was viewable across tutor. All of this can be condensed. How I would have it, right? This is how I would condense a lot of these sentences would be tutor 2017 to 2018. Uh, oh, this is high school. Oh shit. Yeah, I don't think they're too worried about high school. You can get rid of that. It's good that you were a tutor at math level. I mean, for math, at calculus level, that's great. But in high school, no one really pays attention to that. If you were a tutor during college, absolutely have it on there. Absolutely. But during high school, it's a nice to have, but it's not really like super important. Website was viewable. Okay, what did you do as a web developer volunteer? Like, what did you specifically work on? Was it everything? Was it one part of it? If so, which part of it was it? You know what I mean? Like, what did you specifically work on? So the entire thing. Yes, responsive. Absolutely. I was gonna get into that next. I'm glad you caught that. Yeah. See, those are sort of you're catching on now. Those are sort of the ways that you can condense a lot of these sentences, but there's other issues with this as well. Like for example, but I just need to know, did you do the entire thing on your own or were you working with other people? Cuz that's very important. On your own. Okay. So, this is how I would have it. Let's say this is the Los Angeles Zoo, right? So you're going to have here Los Angeles Zoo. This dark bullet point should be Los Angeles Zoo. And then you say Um, Something along the lines of um, designed and developed their online presence or their website and something responsive, uh, you know, built a responsive website to engage the zoo's online presence or something. Notice how there's like a call to action. There's, okay, you built this thing, but what did it end up doing? What was the ending result of you helping them? Did it boost engagement? Did it make them money? If it didn't do anything, don't add that bullet point. If your contribution didn't do anything or have some kind of like end result, don't put it on there. For the for the customer. So the customer would be the zoo. Now, here's the thing. Here's the cool thing. Even though it didn't do anything, you can say that it boosted engagement. You can just make that shit up. No one will ever check. But I'm saying you can't have that line there without having a call to action. You need to have a call to action at the end. But yeah, that's pretty much how you do it. But again, you don't really. This additional experience is a nice to have, but you don't need it because you already have like some legit employment back here. So yeah, it's not even that deep. But I'm just using it as an example to kind of like show you how to think when writing your thing. Project iBook Reader 2022. Um, for projects, iBook Reader, an AI powered web application that allows users to control an ebook reader by tracking users' eyes. Okay, tell me, right? What does the iBook Reader do? Just tell me, like informally, informal conversation. What does it do? What's the point of iBook Reader? So basically, it allows the reader to navigate an ebook hands free, right? You feel what I'm saying? So that's what you would write. You would write um, an AI powered web application, yes, that allows users to navigate their ebooks hands free or using their eyes. But it's good. This is good. Project section is all right. There's not too much I can comment on it. Um, it's just the way I have it is very different because I have so many projects. I didn't write a description for any of them. What I did was, um, because I have like eight, so I put them in a table and I put each one has a link. And when you click the link, it takes you to my GitHub for that project. And on that project description, there's a video demonstration. So you can click it and you go to my YouTube channel and then you can watch. So instead of sitting there describing what it does, I created a demo video and I linked it. So then you don't have to guess or try and figure out, oh, were they actually successful in that project or not? You can go and see for yourself. Yes. I wouldn't say it's within my resume, but it's in my GitHub. I have a demo for each of my things inside my GitHub, and I just link to my GitHub. And inside my README for every GitHub project, there's a demo. So that way they can see for sure that, hey, they might not even click it and go watch it, but the fact that the link is there means I'm so confident in my ability that I have actually proven that it works, not just said that it worked. So, yeah, but this is still fine. This is still fine. All right, education, bachelor's of science in computer science and engineering. Which one is it? Computer science or engineering? Or is it both? Did you dual enroll? Combined program. So somewhere in your education you have to say dual enrolled. That's extra, you know what I'm saying? That's extra oomph in there. Because when I first read it, I was like, oh, he's just computer science. Now I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh shit, there's actually 2 degrees in there. That's gangster as fuck. So you could have dual enrolled, or you could say Bachelor's of Science in Computer Science. Next line, Bachelor's of Science in Engineering, and that'll be even more gangster. But I don't know. Dual enrolled is fine. And then coursework. Um, Try and keep it to one line. So just pick the most important ones. I would say AI is very important. Have that there. Object oriented programming, remove that. Algorithm design and analysis, you can just say algorithm analysis. Yeah, coursework one line. So algorithm analysis, keep that. AI, keep that. Operating systems, keep that. And then some engineering classes could go a long way as well. Because those are the most impressive. Data structures, yeah, it's pretty cool if you have nothing else to put. But it's like, compared to AI and algo, it's, you know. And instead of the word coursework, you can say courses just to remove 3 letters and get a lot more space. So you want to have algo analysis, AI, operating systems. So that's 3, and then you want to have maybe 2 or 3 for engineering. Or you can have a separate line for engineering. You know what I mean? It's however you want to do it. And pick your most impressive classes. Okay, moving on. So let me ask you this. What were some of your intentions with dual enrolling in both engineering? I don't even know what type of engineering it is. Was it computer engineering? Or was it like mechanical engineering? Like what kind of engineering? Mm, okay. So you're leaning more towards the hardware side of things with computer engineering. Which one do you like more? Do you like the software or do you like the hardware side of things? Software. Okay, okay. I see what's going on. Well then yeah, you probably don't want to yeah, then you probably don't want to put too much about engineering on there. So yeah, algorithm analysis is good. Operating systems is very good. Artificial intelligence is very good. Computer graphics, I don't know what that is, but I'm guessing it's good. Uh I don't know. But yeah, those three, and then you can add on whatever else you want. This is great. All right, employment. I mean, it's up to you how you want to do it, but I'm just saying have those three classes there because they're really impressive on a resume. Have them first. Have AI be the first course that you mention. They'll be like, "Whoa, AI, whoa." Okay, so here, yeah, and if you could have an operating system project that you've worked on and link it to your GitHub, oh my god, bro, you're gonna get hired so quickly. I have a friend who got hired for General Motors in Texas. Hired by, sorry. They just saw that he had his own operating system, and it wasn't even that good. It was like a Linux type of operating system, very basic. They hired him on the spot because GM needs operating systems for their cars, so he's gonna be part of that team, or he has been for a while now. He got hired like maybe 2 years ago. All right, then here first, this should be first. Your intern experience. Yeah, intern should be first because it's like your your most uh, relative to the kind of job you're looking for. So have that first, and then have research, and then capstone last. Intern, June to October. I don't want to read it. I don't want to read what you have in your description. What are you gonna do? Make me? Is what a person would say that's reading this. They're like, too many letters. C sharp, 268 billion. Bloomberg API, front end. You get what I'm saying? So without even reading it, I'm not even going to read it, right? Tell me what you did there, right? And what impact it had. That's it. You can maybe add the technologies and languages that you used. No, just tell me right now. Just even informally, just informally, and then I'll baby bird you. This is all part of the process. You being able to express that is the first step in just getting that out there. Built a web app that displays metrics on investment portfolios, which the possible impacts it could have had were, yeah, this that line right there that you just wrote is perfect. You built a web app that displays metrics for investment portfolios. Why do we need 3 bullet points for that? Then I helped my coworker do research on interacting with. What does that mean? I don't understand. I'm just HR. What's the word for helping your coworker or working with a coworker? There's a word for it. I think it's something along the lines of designed alongside. Yes, collaborated. There we go. So there you go. Collaborated, but do research on Bloomberg API? I don't get it. What did y'all do and what impact did it have? Okay, what impact did this research have? Yeah, what impact did it have? What impact did the live pricing of securities on the web have? Like, what impact did it have on people in general? What impact could it have on people? Could it potentially have on people, on the average person, or whoever? Who's your target audience for this sort of research? Is it a company like? Okay, okay. So collaborated on data vendor API research. You feel what I'm saying? Collaborated on data vendor API research. If you're saying research involving, that involving is an extra word that you don't need. So collaborated on data vendor API research that something allows traders to uh, allow traders wider access to crucial data or crucial or timely data or time crucial data on any platform. Because we all know that um, trading, when it comes to stocks, yeah, something along those lines. You can, yeah, but that's good. That's pretty good. Collaborate on data vendor API research, allowing traders and analysts wider access to time crucial data. Time crucial data. There we go. That's perfect. That's your line right there for the second line. For the first line, we said, but you see how what you did was you collaborated. What did you collaborate on? Vendor API. And what did it do? What was its impact? It allowed traders wider access to time crucial data. Boom, done. That's your bullet point. Compared to conducted research into the development of web-based live pricing dashboard using .NET Blazor server integrated Bloomberg API. You feel what I'm saying? If I'm a HR person and I read that and I'm like, what the fuck is Blazor server? It sounds like this guy's jerking himself off in his resume. He's trying to show us, he's trying to flex on us that he knows Blazor server. Hey guys, do we have Blazor server? Y'all even know what that is? No, I've never heard of it. Oh, so it doesn't exist. You know what I mean? Yeah. So just keep those three things in mind when writing your bullet points. So let's see. Uh, I might have to upload this to YouTube for real. This is a really good analysis. So for your first bullet point, you're gonna say build a web app. So instead of build, we can go with design and developed because that basically says that you did everything. So design and developed a web application or web app, which there's also ways to make that more concise, but I'll leave that up to you for practice. But basically, design and develop the web app displaying metrics or displaying investment portfolio metrics. See how you can get rid of the on right there? And then what impact did that have? I'm guessing one possible impact it could have is it probably allows for like faster access or easier access to um, investment functions like trading and all those other things. So that's one way to spin it. Something along those lines. I don't know anything about investment, but it's for you to like extrapolate or, you know, make it your own. I wouldn't write that exactly like how I said it. I'm just, you know, the other one, the collaboration one is perfect the way it is. Just with time crucial, not timely crucial, but that one that's up to you. And then you developed a front end component library displaying data regarding cash flow models for nearly every public and numerous privately issued structured God damn it, it's too many words. You had me in the first half. That third bullet point is great. Developed a front end library displaying data regarding cash flow models for public and private. There's a word for public and private. So you can just say for all access levels so the cash flow models for finance transactions of all access levels. There you go. I'm going to say it again. Developed a front end component library displaying data regarding cash flow models for finance transactions, or you can say structured finance transactions of all access levels. No, I wouldn't say nearly all because that says you're covering like almost every single one. We're just talking about the different access levels. So instead of saying public and private, I would say for all access levels. We're not saying all structured transactions because there's no way, right? And they know that. It's impossible. So you're just saying that you've got both access levels covered, but you don't know about every single transactions. But that third bullet point is great. And that's going to be your first thing. Engineered a cloud compute data management platform to remotely access site data related to water metrics. So okay, now that I've sort of given you like some insight on how to do those three things, do you think you can give me a bullet point for this one? Just one for your capstone that encompasses everything you did with those steps in mind. Uh, what was it again? I forgot. What you did and what impact it had. No, wait, there's three bullet points. I forgot. Yeah, it's like, what did you do and what impact did it have? No, there's a third. There was. I could have sworn there were three. So, if you don't mind, just in the chat right now, just try and like summarize everything here using those principles that I just gave you. And I think you should be on your way. Because once you have things like the time crucial data and stuff, they from reading your resume, they'll be like, oh, okay, this person is good at making data that's very important accessible. So okay, where do we have time crucial data? Where do we have it? Is it to do with a certain thing? Okay, let's put them on that team. You know, built a web application displaying water metrics from sites and stored on cloud. No, no, no. I said with the principles. So what impact did it have? As well as what you did in one bullet point. Go. So you built a web scraper, it sounds like. That's very good. Although I wouldn't put the timely on this one because you can't have timely for everything, right? You gotta get creative with your words. So in this case, I would probably find another word to describe it, or just leave out the timely completely and just say, built a cloud-based web scraper that collects data, that collects water metrics, right? Um, Reducing costs and reduces the cost of data collection or something like that. Oh, from power plants. Oh. Okay, 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 okay. Wow, that's impressive. So you can add that. You can say build a cloud-based application displaying um, live machine data from the field. Field data, right? And you can kind of get into the specifics because this is pretty interesting. And yeah, but yeah, pretty much that's good. You just like, for example, the words saving external vendor fees. You go on your your online dictionary and you find words that combine words, and you should end up with like reducing costs. So some of the actions that are done are most of the time it's reducing costs, access to timely data, um, making money, so generating money. You know, all of these like different actions, these different impacts you can sort of mingle with. Yeah, there we go. That's really good. Yeah, I like that. I like your last one. Very good. See how it just condenses so much, so many words that you had before into something very concise and easy to read, and every word is useful in that sentence. You're not letting a drip of word or meaning get extrapolated or go into waste. You're not letting a single word be wasted. Every word is meaningful and has, yeah, that's good. That's good. Reducing costs in the process, and then you're done. You're done for that. That's your bullet point right there. Boom. And then for research, I'm gonna let you do that one on your own, and then we can review it in the next stream or whatever, or in this stream if you can, if you would like to change it that fast. But yeah, October 2019 to May 2021. What? In terms of order of employment experience, is it okay to have it out of chronological order? Yes, absolutely. It's fine to do it that way. Wait a minute. This doesn't make any sense. How did you work from 2019 to May 2021? Was it at school? Through a professor? So through a class? Or like did the professor like get you to do it outside of class? These are all the questions that HR will be thinking, you know? It's not evident what type of experience this is. Mm. So, but it is research. I see. So it's outside of class. Yeah. No, I mean, no, not exactly. It's just I was confused, and yeah, if you put the specific period where you were paid, that's good. But I mean, this is fine. It's just these are the questions that they'll be thinking, like, oh, what does this mean? You know, it'll just be confusion. Now that you've explained it, I understand now, and it's completely fine. Actually, so you can probably here's what you can do. You can say full stack software engineer, or you can say full stack research. Yeah, just full stack research. I think. Hold on. I'm not sure. Hold on. Or you can say full stack software engineer, comma, and then say the professor's name, and then have your in parentheses research. So yeah, I think that would be fine if you would just put the professor's name or something like Doctor X or whatever. Then they understand like okay, it was like for a professor. It's like okay, but it's really not that important. It's still fine. I was just confused, and if I'm confused, then somebody else will also be confused. Yes, yes. Are you kidding? If you have links to anything, put it in there. Put it in there, dog. Links, links, links. Where's your GitHub? Do you have your GitHub link at the top? Do you have links for your projects? GitHub? Links, 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 links. That's gold. That's gold. Like, that's evidence. You have your GitHub link at the top somewhere. And then on top of that, like, for example, your projects, you link those as well. So you link to the specific GitHub project repo, and then up here you just link to your GitHub in general. And you want to try and keep uploading to GitHub and creating repos and stuff like that, so that your record doesn't show like too many vacancies. But that's a story for another day. You're fine. But yeah, post the link for that in there. Build analytics software that assists in the collection, analysis, and distribution of data concerning philosophy, PhD programs with a focus on job placement. Great line, but where's the impact that it could have? So you could just say PhD programs and graduates that could potentially help with job placement. That's good. Yeah. That's very good. Very good. Piloted the migration to newer web technology, increasing load time. Perfect. This is a perfect line. Perfect line. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Here's what you did. Here's the impact. Keep that in there. I love the word piloted because it shows that you're in charge. Now, the one thing I don't see with your resume is you working in a team. Did you work on a team in your capstone? So whenever you're working on a team project, you can say like, "Oh, uh, what your role was." So let me see if I can pull up my resume. The problem is, mine's not anonymized, so I have to be careful. But all in all, I will say that your uh, resume is very impressive. You have a lot of experience, and you should have no significant trouble finding a job. It's just you have to learn the art of finessing. All right. You got to make it sound good in the HR person's mouth and in their mind. They got to be like, I just had some of that Kino resume. You know what I mean? They like they have to be able to show you off. Like, oh my god, he reduced time. He reduced load time. He helped with job placement. He made practices more transparent. He generated X amount of money, or potentially might be able to raise money. Those are the things that they can go and say, okay, look, boss, this is what this guy brings to the table. These are the roles that he's served before. He's been R&D, he's been software engineer, he's been back end, he's been front end, he's been, and these are his skills, and this is his education. He's worked in a team before, he's worked on his own before, he's capable of doing it by himself, blah blah blah. Okay, here's mine. I'm about to pull it up. Here you go. So this is the resume that got me hired. So I have an outline there. I don't recommend an. I don't personally see the use of it, but for some reason I added it there and it worked. But eh. So software engineering turned computer science student, which is not really true, but they bitches love that shit. Uh, it's just because the technical college that I went to didn't have computer science, so I was forced to do a type of software engineering. It it was more like programming, like hardcore programming, but I would just call it software engineering. I'm just like making it easy to understand. Software engineering turned computer science student with experience developing full stack and back end software programs, looking for an internship role to grow as a developer and learn from experiencing teams while drawing on past project experience. Smooth as butter. GPA 4.0, concentration in AI, boom, boom, boom. Skills, languages, boom. Technologies, boom. I don't know why I put French there. I was just flexing, which I said not to do. Personal projects. These are my personal projects. Yeah, I did. Just because I have a 4.0. If you have anything below 3.0, don't even put it on there. Yeah, but it's about to go down. What's yours? I'm at 3.25 right now. It might go down even more. I'm just praying that I can stay above 3.0. 2.8. Hey, fair enough, man. Fair enough. I might end up with that. Hopefully not, but yeah, it's all good. It's all fair game. Skills, languages, technologies, personal projects. This is where I kind of described what I was doing. Listen to this. Design and developed a web scraper application that filters up to 1,000 players by event name, and streamline tournament organizing and streaming process for real world arcade business in Atlanta. This is fact. I designed and developed a web scraper that could take up to 1,000 players. Normally, you would have to sit there and like manually tap out the names for an event. Like you ever watch, I don't know, Fortnite tournament or a Modern Warfare tournament or a Tekken tournament. Basically, where you have the players' names and stuff like that. Usually, you'd have to type it out, and hit push. Now I developed something that does all the collection of names on its own, and you just have to drag and drop. And it's actually being used in a real, like in the real world, and that's what like they're kind of looking for. Like, do you develop things that just stay in your basement for an eternity, or do you design things that people actually use? And that's one case of me using something, creating something that people use. And notice how I made use of like my space. I don't have two lines for one thing ever. Everything is one line. Because notice how you had in your projects, you had, no, in your experience, you had experience, blah, blah, blah. One line for just for saying intern. You can have that on the same line. You can say full stack software engineer intern on one line. Oh shit, I may have class soon. Which is weird because I shouldn't have class. It's an online class. So weird. Oh, I can join it online. Cool. But it starts at 5. Mm. Okay. Jesus Christ, man. Okay. Designed and developed a cross platform app that helps freshmen find their classes. Could be expanded to retail use. That's its impact. Design and develop a native Android version of a website. The impact is to hopefully create an application that automates the creation of any website into a mobile app in one click. That's complete cap. I mean, I might be able to, but shit, it's gonna take a lot of effort in the future. And here's all my projects, and then this is my retail experience, which doesn't even matter, but it shows that I train and manage other people. Anyway, let's not worry about that. Here are all my projects, and each one has a link. You click the link, there's a YouTube. You click the YouTube, here's the demo. Hello, welcome to the screening of my app. It's called Racetrack Betting. It's, see, boom, boom, boom. And then up here, I haven't anonymized it yet, but I have my GitHub right at the top. Right there. And we're done. So yeah, hopefully that helps you out. And you'll let me know sometime soon. Okay? So one last time, get rid of this. Get rid of that. Excellent communication. Everything should be one line. Get rid of this. Remember how to word it correctly. It has to be LA Zoo here, and then blah blah blah. Describe it how we said to describe it. So instead of writing technical experience projects, you can have technical experience, or you can have projects, but you can't have projects taking up one whole line. Here, again, boom, 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 dual enrollment, blah, blah, blah. Have this at the top, and then condense all of this. This line is perfect, and you're done. All right. Okay, so it looks like I'm gonna have to leave and join this class, but I'll be back. Yeah, I'm still alive. That's true. I'll be back right after, and I'll be doing some more linear algebra and hopefully some parallel. This is for parallel and distributed systems. So yeah, uh, peace out. And for YouTube, those people watching on YouTube, if you would like a resume analysis, uh, you know what I'm saying, join the stream, and I'll be happy to do it. Peace out.